Welcome back to Marvel Live at New York Comic Con 2014, brought to you by Marvel Contest of Champions from Kabam. I'm Ryan Panagos, aka Marvel's Agent M, joined by...
I am Blake Garris, and we are joined by the brains behind Big Hero 6. Please introduce yourself, sir.
And the looks.
And the looks.
And
yeah.
the look.
Yeah, quite frankly. I'm Don Hall, one of the directors.
I'm Chris Williams, the other director.
And I am Roy Conley, and I am the producer of the film.
Let's talk about, you have some great fashion with the Big Hero 6.
Yeah, we got this.
Show the fans.
Look at this. Look at that.
Oh, I didn't see that.
We allowed
jacket.
each department to make their own T-shirt, and mine is animation.
Mine was modeling, I think. The modeling department did this one.
This one I got from the San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, I think Disney Consumer Products. And
I
this is
love
our,
that one.
This is our crew
Thanks.
jacket.
That
We always
is
make
awesome.
crew jackets after every film, and that's what we did.
Pretty sweet. You guys watching, use the hashtag MarvelNYCC if you have questions and comments. We actually have a couple in here. One of them was from Don, who's DJ Fenko. He asked, was there footage taken during the VO process? Curious about some behind-the-scenes stuff.
During when we're recording the actors?
Yeah.
Yeah, we absolutely do, because the animators use that. We record every recording session, and there's always a couple mics. One, on their facial features, one a little bit wider to capture any kind of body movement. But yeah, we record all their recording sessions.
That's awesome. We had one over here from Justin Snyder who asked, how much of the film script allowed for improvisation? Do you guys work in that style much?
Tons.
We live in that style.
I mean, with animation, you really seek spontaneity, and so we invited our actors who are great improvers to just go nuts. And they would do the script, and they would go off wherever they wanted, and we would never restrain them. Yeah. And we benefited a lot from that.
Yeah, and when you have someone like T.J. Miller, who is like an amazing improver, you just want that.
Damon Wayans Jr. as well is a
Damon
master.
Wayans Jr.
The cast obviously was just on our live show. They were so great about not spoiling anything. Can you guys say anything, or is it
Now
see
it's
far
time
as
for you to
great.
spoil.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the question? You want us to
You want
give
us
a
to
spoiler?
Spoiler?
Okay. Well,
I'm in the movie. I am.
Oh, that's true. You
Roy
hear
is in
Roy's
the movie.
voice.
Roy
in the
does
movie.
some voiceover work. It's
That'll spoil everything.
And it really
Yeah, movie
spoils
spoiler.
the movie. No, we probably not want to give too many too much plot away. But we are super happy with not only just the action in the movie. There's tons of great action. There's obviously comedy with the characters, being Max and Hero, and the rest of the cast. But also, it's got a lot of heart to it. It's got a beating heart. There's a lot of depth to the movie.
Yeah, that's what we keep hearing, which is great
Yeah.
for us to see that represented.
No joke, I just want to say this is one of the greatest days of my life. With the movie's almost done, and we just showed it to a bunch of fans here at Comic-Con. They're the fans we care about the most, and they really seem to enjoy it. And that was very gratifying for us. We worked for years in these movies, and to get a reception like that meant so much. So it was
Pretty
fantastic.
cool.
That's awesome. Have you guys worked on traditional animation before? Yeah, okay, so then my question is, with the improvisation aspects, how does that, do you find it easier just because the CGI is almost more malleable?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think it's just kind of director's prerogative. And I think we both just love improvisation, and we spend a lot of time crafting the scenes, storyboarding the scenes, writing the scenes, but when we get down in that recording booth, it's always just fun to just make it playtime, and just let the actors kind of go. And we did it a lot on Winnie the Pooh, and I know you probably did it quite a bit on Bolt. Sure. So I think we just tend to like that, and it's fun for the actors as well.
And we have the writers in the room all the time,
Yeah.
too. I mean, wherever we're recording, we've got the writers in the background just popping out alts.
Yeah, I love it.
And Don and I have been at Disney for almost 20 years, so yeah, we have a lot of 2D experience. My first movie was Mulan, so we go back a ways.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Ming Na Wen is a big star for us, which is
That's right.
awesome.
She is
It's a
great.
shield.
Yeah. Not a Skeleton is curious, how long did the animation take, in total? Which is a very technical question, but it's...
We did most of the production within the last year, right?
I'd say the last year is, a lot of testing goes on before, but then really when you start putting the film together, it's about a year.
Yeah.
Nice. And he also wants to know, do you have any advice for a budding animator?
I mean, draw all the time. Carry a sketchbook and draw a lot because that forces you to see the world as it really is. It forces you to really take in the world, and that's really important.
And also study
observe.
acting.
Yeah. And just observe, again, whether or not it's 2D animation or 3D animation, it doesn't really matter. It's really more about observing life and being able to pull from life to get that into a performance. So.
Yeah, and a lot of that is what we talk about with comic artists too. It's just, like
Absolutely.
a lot of those things, you just you have to keep doing
Yes.
in order to get to the point where
Yeah.
you
Absolutely.
It's the only
need-
way.
Yeah. Sophia, who is watching us from Spain, she wants to know,
Hey.
how would you define Big Hero 6 in one word, if you could?
One word.
One
Yeah.
It was 3 words.
Yeah.
Let's say one word. Boy, if you had to pick one. Gosh. Oh,
Gosh.
Let's all pick one.
We each
The
pick
first
one.
word that came to my mind was awesome.
If you do
It's
say so
awesome.
yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the movie. It's awesome.
Well, I mean, yeah, we certainly are in a place where we're very, now that we're sitting with audiences and watching the movie, we are in a place where we're feeling very proud of what we built. It's sort of cliche, but the word that came to my mind is heart, because we have these huge over-the-top action scenes, and like the big scale. That we're action fans, so we needed to have that. But I think what was most important to us was having a dynamic between Baymax and Hero, where you felt a lot of emotion. And so for me, the word that popped into my head is heart.
That's
For
awesome.
me, the producer word is massive. It's massive. It's a big film.
Awesome, heart, massive.
Yeah.
Oh,
should
and you
call
can
it
arrange
that.
that in any way.
Oh,
good
gosh,
title.
yeah,
That's the
that's pretty
sequel.
good.
That's
That's
pretty
the
awesome.
sequel's title. Awesome, heart, massive. Yeah.
Rafael Martinez wants to know, for each of you, what is the most difficult part of your job?
Wow.
It's Roy. It's actually Roy.
Yeah, that surly producer.
Make it hard.
This is gonna sound cheesy, but the most difficult part for me is letting go. Now that we're done, it's a feeling of immense pride, and we're so happy with the movie, and especially how it turned out. But it's also a little melancholy because these characters are now going to go off into the world and away from us, and so. Yeah, I guess that's for me.
It's true. We do spend years of our lives with these characters, and they become very real to us. And now we're at the place where the movie's about to go off into the world, and you feel like that proud parent that is letting go of their children to go off into the world and live lives without you. I think that is a big part of it. I mean, one of the challenges with animation is it does take years. It's the most collaborative art form there is because it takes years to make one of these things. You work with hundreds of people. And trying to keep everyone focused on that one piece of art. I think that's one of the bigger challenges.
What was the first, do you guys remember the first, the bud of this movie coming together for you guys? Was it 4 years ago, 3 years ago?
It was about three and a half years ago. As I was finishing up Winnie the Pooh, I pitched. I thought it would be really cool for us to do something with Marvel. Take a Marvel comic book and adapt it in animation. And John Lasseter got really excited by it. Marvel guys got really excited by it. And so I made a list of things, and Big Hero 6 was on that list. And that was the one that John gravitated towards immediately. So that it just sort of kind of happened, and then from there it went on this crazy journey where we storyboarded the movie multiple times, and it all kind of just came together.
When we go offline, I'm going to ask you for the rest of that list, but I'm not going to share it with you guys. Sorry. Coming up soon, we're going to have Giuseppe Camuncoli and Humberto Ramos, both artists for Amazing Spider-Man. You guys are watching Marvel Live. Where can fans find you on Twitter? Are you guys on Twitter?
I'm not on Twitter. You're on Twitter.
I am, but I'm fresh to it. I don't know my handle yet.
It's something Chris Williams, probably.
We've seen that
It's
before.
CW, then a whole bunch of numbers that I don't know,
Yeah.
but I should learn that.
Yeah.
You better.
Might be a good
Absolutely.
thing.
Yeah. Thank you guys for
thank you
coming
so
on.
much.
Really appreciate it. I'm super excited. Really looking forward to the movie. Guys, stay tuned. Much more coming.